Hey there, what's up internet? My name is BlackLightAttack. I'm broadcasting live from a mental health institution in Canada, and this is episode 6 of Final Fantasy VII. So, oh man, things are happening. Last time, we made it out of Don Corneo's mansion, got dropped into the sewers, fought a giant monster, made it through the ghost graveyard, the train graveyard, and are now trying to stop the Sector 7 pillar from being destroyed, and dropping a giant massive plate on the slums below and killing everybody. So, let's see. Biggs. Oh no, Biggs. You're wounded. Thanks, Cloud. Don't worry about me. Barrett's fighting up there. Go help him. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Wedge, now Biggs. Biggs is like hanging on a railing at the bottom. Looks like he got fucked up quick. He didn't even make it to the top. He didn't even make it to like the second floor. And we got fights going on. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think we have any of our thunder materia or anything anyway. And I don't think there's really any downside to casting spells right now. I think these guys you can only steal like a potion or a high potion from, so it's not really worth it. Steel has a really low chance of occurring this early in the game because, like I said, the roll happens off of your dexterity stat, and your stats just aren't very high quite yet, so right now, it's not even worth stealing right now, unless you happen to know, like those ghost hands, are something that I like to use to get through the ghost graveyard. The ghost hands, though, become very quickly obsolete, sort of like the grenades. I should have bought some grenades, actually, early on in the game. I've been watching a speedrun, and grenades do a shitload of damage at this point in the game. Grenades do an average of like 140 to 160 damage, and that's just way more than like anything else. Unless somebody has unless an enemy has an elemental weakness, you're not going to hit anything that hard. So, in a speedrun where you know, doing as much damage as quickly as possible at a low level is very important, grenades are like the bread and butter of a speedrun, which is pretty interesting. I just started watching it, so shout out to actually the guy I have been watching. His name is Carnage64 on Twitch. Really nice guy. Very interactive with his chat. Very thoughtful guy, and really good at the game, obviously, and most importantly, actually passionate and knowledgeable about the game, which tends to be something that a lot of speedrunners tend to forego. You know, that kind of showed me the value of grenades, and I think earlier in the Let's Play said grenades are very useless, and that's probably just because me doing casual, normal playthroughs and not trying to speedrun or anything, I tend to hoard my items and will only use them when I absolutely need them. By the time I find that situation with a grenade, I'm usually leveled up enough that all of my auto attacks are doing way more damage than a grenade ever would. And you can find upgraded versions of the grenades. There's like Molotovs and stuff, and that are basically the same as a grenade, just stronger. And the thing is I never use any of those. Like I said, I just stockpile them until the point where I actually need them, where I actually could maybe use them. I'm just way out-leveled to the point that it's just obsolete, so. And that looks like Jessie on the stairs there. She at least almost made it to the top. Oh, Jessie. Cloud, I'm glad I could talk with you one last time. Don't say last. Come on, baby. That's alright. Because of our actions, many people died. This is probably our punishment. Probably. Oh, shit. I don't know. They're not dead. Maybe they could recover from their injuries. Let's just put it that way. Oh, back attack. Let's turn ourselves around. Unfortunately, you know what? I'm just going to run from this battle. To run, you just hold down L1 and R1, and then your characters will run in place until they get away. I think if the enemies are like higher level, or if they have like a high speed stat, it's supposed to be harder to get away. I'm not really sure how the mechanics work for that. Let's go ahead and potion up. And here we go. Barrett, you're crazy! What are you doing? Tifa, Cloud, you came! Be careful, they're attacking from the helicopter. Oh shit. Better equip ourselves before they attack in full force. So luckily, with Eris departing from the party, it'll actually automatically dump all of her materia into our inventory, so we can actually equip everyone. Let's go ahead and give Barrett a new bangle, a Titan bangle, and oh wow, he actually has more HP than Cloud at this point. I'm gonna give him recovery materia then, especially because Barrett can use the limit meter more than Cloud could. And then we will give. What don't we do? Let's go ahead and get rid of the all materia, because I know something you don't know. And we'll give a cure all to Tifa. I guess we will give fire and then ice. Now, I'll explain this later, but you don't want to load up characters that are really good at physical attacking with materia too much, because it'll lower their physical stats in exchange for raising their magical stats. I'll explain that more in detail later, but at this point in the game, we have enough materia that we don't really want to... We don't really run a risk of loading down somebody with too much materia to the point that we really negatively affect their stats. And it's more valuable to get levels on the materia at this point. So here's Reno again. We met him in the Sector 5 Slum Church. And you're too late. Once I pushed this button, beep. You son of a bitch. Mission accomplished. Wait, really? That was your mission? Jump out of a helicopter and push a button? Hardcore, dude. You have to disarm it. Cloud Barrett, please. I can't have you do that. Nobody gets in the way of Reno and the Turks. The best music. Oh, the boss fight music. Not that this is the first time we've heard it or anything, but... Oh, snap. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start with some Bolt Magic. He doesn't have anything to steal, I know that already. So this is a boss fight against Reno, and he has a pretty interesting move. Well, this is the first time a boss fight actually gets somewhat interesting and requires some extra strategy. He'll put a pyramid on one of your teammates, and it'll basically stop them from taking any action until you break it, and you do that by attacking your own teammate. Oh, that was a crit. Oh, that hurts. I don't know if he can be paralyzed, but Cross Slash does less damage than Braver, but it has a pretty high chance of paralyzing a target, so let's see if we can... Nope, he's not stopped. Okay. You can tell if the paralyze went off or not, because it'll, yeah, save Tifa! Because the character's idle animation will literally just be frozen. You can see he's still kind of, like, bouncing around. He's doing his little anime idle animation. Oh, Tifa's gonna get pyramided again. There we go, save Tifa. And this is one opportunity to see why you can actually target your own teammates in this game. Another reason it's actually pretty useful is later we'll have enemies putting a confused status on us, and that'll cause that character to randomly attack. And they may still end up attacking the enemy, but they could also end up attacking a teammate and things like that. But if they get hit by a physical attack, it'll knock them out of confusion status. And you can actually facilitate that yourself. You can actually make that happen yourself by manually selecting on a physical attack your own teammate and just beating the shit out of them until their sense comes back to them. But alright, Cloud's getting kind of low. Did I not attack that pyramid on Barrett? I guess I didn't. Interestingly, you can actually have a character attack themselves. I don't really know what purpose that would ever serve, but it could happen. Just putting that out there. And Reno's not a very difficult boss fight. It's already over. Reno's going to come back later. He's going to be somewhat important to the story, so we're not going to kill him here. He just pieces out. So, there we go. We're going to get a level on Tifa. Very nice, very nice. We chased off Reno. Fuck off. And he just dives to his death. Just kidding. He died. He's not going to be important to the story at all. Tifa, you going to hack it? Cloud, I don't know how to stop this. Try it. It's not a normal time bomb. Sorry. Oh, shit. Hey, what you doing? Who that is? Okay, this is Sung, and Sung is the head of the Turk, so you'll have a hard time disarming that one. It'll blow the second some stupid jerk touches it. You're a stupid jerk. Stupid jerk. Please stop it! No. Ha ha ha. Only a Shinra executive can set up or disarm the emergency plate release system. Hey, fuck, why is that even in place, really? Shut your hole. Barrett's gonna start firing it. I wouldn't try that. You might just make me enjoy our special guest. Aris, no! Let Aris go. Oh, you know each other? How nice you could see each other one last time. You're thinking, hey, fuck you, pal. Let her go, scumbag. What are you gonna do with Aris? You scum. I haven't decided. Orders were to find and catch the last remaining ancient, so I was thinking about taking her to a nice seafood dinner. You son of a bitch. It's taken us a long time, but now I can finally report this to the president. Also, what is an ancient? We don't know that yet. I do. Some of you don't. Tifa, don't worry. She's alright. Shut your mouth. You don't... Dude, that's not cool. Eris. No. Hurry and get out. Oh, shit. Well, it should be starting right about now. Think you can escape in time? We're right at the epicenter. This bomb is about to go off. We're standing right here. Everybody's gonna die. Oh, fuck. So that's actually the pillar. We weren't even... We were on a pillar that's right next to the pillar that apparently houses the controls for the time bomb that will destroy the pillar. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Oh, Jesus. Once that place starts coming down, it's gonna be too late. We gotta hurry. No, let's just run around panicked. Ah! Save me, Barret. Oh, Barret's got an idea. Always follow Barret. He knows what to do. We can use this wire to get out. He found like a big crane hook. You beautiful son of a bitch. He's gonna grab Tifa. I'm gonna ride this beautiful brown bear to victory. And away! Fly away! I love that. They all just ride Barret because he's so huge. They can just climb on top of him and ride to victory. Oh shit though. Oh man. Shinra, you fucked up. Oh man. They just killed everybody. Let's not forget, Biggs, Jesse, and Wedge were still there. Whether or not they survived the initial fight, they are dead now. Rest in peace. Oh man, and Marlene was there too. And this douchebag sitting here listening to classical music and just letting it happen. So the Shinra offices are in the middle of Midgar, so they can sort of see all over the city. It's more of like a status symbol than anything else, but President Shinra like literally got to watch that happen. You son of a bitch. Oh man. Fuck. And here's the playground, right by Sector 5, right by Sector 6 actually. Sector 5 is to the south. Oh man. Ooh, that's where Sector 7 used to be. Marlene! Oh shit. Marlene! That was Barrett's little daughter. She was like 6. Biggs. Wedge. Jesse. God damn it! Barrett's just gonna lose it here. Poor guy. Barret. They can't even calm him down. He's not listening to nobody. Please stop, Barret, please. And all he can do is just fire at the rubble in rage. Poor Barret. Marlene. Barret. Marlene, I think Marlene's safe. What's this? Huh? Right before they took Aerith, she said, "Don't worry, she's alright." She was probably talking about Marlene. Really? But Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse are, unfortunately, they are actually dead. All 3 of them were in the pillar. So, we fought together. I don't want to think of them as dead. R.I.P. And all the other people in Sector 7 just got wiped out. This is all screwed up. They destroyed an entire village just to get to us. They killed so many people. It's because Avalanche was here. Innocent people lost their lives because of us. Fuck that. I love his little head shake animation. No, Tifa. That ain't it. Hell no. It ain't us. It's the damn Shinra. It's never been nobody but the Shinra. Shinra? Ain't never been nobody but the Shinra. They're evil and destroying our planet just to build their power and line their own damn pockets with gold. We're gonna get rid of them. They're gonna kill this whole planet. Our fight ain't never gonna be over until we get rid of them. Shinra is not a good peoples. They is not good peoples. Tifa's kind of having second guesses. She's kind of second guessing her feelings about fighting for the planet now, because this is some pretty heavy shit. Their homes were just destroyed. Their friends just died. Cloud's just gonna walk the fuck away. Where's he think he going? Eris. What about her? Oh yeah, that girl. What's up with her? I don't really know, but she's the one I left Marlene with. Damn, Marlene! Barrett's a good dude. Tifa, there ain't no turning back now. God damn. Barret really cares about his daughter. She's basically his whole reason for being. Cloud! Cloud's just gonna walk off on his own. Take me to Marlene. You're gonna help Eris? Yeah, before that, there's something I want to know. It's about the Ancients. Okay, so really quickly, before she was carried away, Sung mentioned that Eris is the last Ancient. In my veins courses the blood of the Ancients. I am one of the rightful heirs to this planet. And that's a Cloud. That's a Cloud memory there. Cloud is remembering somebody yelling that, but who? We don't know. Sephiroth? Okay, well, I guess he tells us. So that was something Sephiroth said once in the past. Pull it together, man. Cloud is kind of prone to these flashbacks that he doesn't really fully understand. They sort of cause him to break down. And more on that later, but I think last time we heard Sephiroth's name... Hey, it's another house. Last time we heard Sephiroth's name, we actually... I think I said... Oh, that's the first time we heard him, but I was wrong. The first time we actually heard his name was during the flashback. In the Sector 5 reactor, I believe? Yeah. So... Don't you nuke me, man? I love how it's a nuke and it does 20 damage. I could take literally, like... just a ton of those. Just a ton. 8 of those, I guess? No. What did I say? 20? Yeah. So, like... Oh. Not paying attention. It's like... Yeah, I don't know. A lot. I don't feel like doing math. Leave me alone. Ah, Barrett's got a limit break now, too. Suck you. Yeah, you did. Basically, I'm just engaging in all these battles at this point, just because I know those guys actually give a decent amount of limit meter with a lot of their abilities. So, let's see. Before we head over to Sector 5, basically we're going to go to Eris's house to break the bad news to her mom. But first, there's some sense materia right here, which is not particularly useful, but we might as well equip it. Sense is just it's a non-damaging, non-battle effect that you can only use during battle that will actually just give you a readout of information on the enemy. So, what HP they're currently at, any weaknesses they might have. It's kind of useful if you don't know the game like the back of your hand like I do. But first things first, we're going to go back into the wall market real quick so we can buy some materia. And we already bought our weapons, I believe, so let's go ahead and buy... Let's see, we got a little bit of everything already. I guess we'll buy another restore materia and then a cover materia, and I think we have enough money now after that boss fight to also buy a third Titan Bangle, or whatever it was. Was it Titan Bangle? I don't know, whatever armor's the most recent, so we can go ahead and do that right now. Now, I think if you stack cover materias, the chances of... Oh, it was Mithril Armlet, that's right. I only want to keep 3 because we can only have 3 characters in our party at a time, but... anyway, what was I just saying? I forget. Oh, if you stack multiple cover materials, the chances of the effect occurring actually increases. So as you can see at the bottom here, it says cover plus 20%. That means every time one of Barrett's teammates gets attacked, other than him, he has a 20% chance of diving in and covering them. So I'm going to equip another cover material, which, in addition to the equip effect of +1 vitality, which will give him a little bit more. I think that's vitality is basically physical defense. That will also increase his chances of diving in and taking an attack for a teammate. So believe that's okay. We can also put a restore materia on somebody, which I guess will be Barrett. Okay, let's explain this real quick. So materia usually has an effect other than just its in-combat effect, such as granting a magic ability. And magic specifically, magic materia is going to decrease your physical attributes and increase your magical attributes. So when I equip the restore materia, as you can see, my strength is going to go down by 1, but my magic goes up by 1, and then my max HP is going to decrease by 2%, my max MP is going to increase by 2%. So let's go ahead and put that restore materia on, and then look, now I'm, below 400 HP, and we just gained some MP as well. So the more you load up a character who is more physically inclined with magic-based materia, the more you're going to hamper their effectiveness at their physical role. So a character like Eris has very good magical stats. She actually has the best magical stats in the game. The most MP, the most magic, and I think the best magical defense, stuff like that. But so it's a good idea to load her down with materia and have her be like a dedicated magic caster. Cloud's kind of an all-around character. He can go pretty much any way. Barrett is more physical. Tifa's more physical, and and there's going to be more and more characters as we go along that are going to have different attributes. But the thing about this game is characters can really be built any way you want them to be, and especially because you can start collecting items that can affect your base stats. Some potions that'll permanently increase your base stats. So you can really build your characters any way you want, as long as you want to dedicate that time to them. And as we get later on into the game, it's gonna matter less and less when character stats start getting to really ridiculous levels. But at this point in the game, when we're low level, base stats actually kind of matter. You kind of want to build characters more towards what their natural inclinations are. So here we go. Here's Wutai posting number 1. So once again, thank you to whoever it was that mentioned that. And it's just like a little flyer for a restaurant called Turtle's Paradise. But we're gonna get a reward if we can find all. What is it? It's like 6 or 7 of them, maybe 5, before we get there. So we're back at Aeris's house. We gotta break the news to Mama. Sorry, Mama. We let your daughter get kidnapped. Ooh, this is awkward. Cloud, wasn't it? It's about Aeris, isn't it? How'd you know? The Shinra took her. My bad. I know, they took her from here. They were here? Oh, okay, that's right. Aeris made it here. And then the Shinra took her from this house. That's what Aeris wanted. Why is Shinra after Aeris? Aeris is an ancient, the sole survivor. What'd you say, but aren't you her mother? Not a real mother. Must have been 15 years ago. During the war, my husband was sent to the front, some faraway place called Wutai, which is actually where Turtle's Paradise is. So there was a war that basically we just recently recovered from. Somewhat recently. Well, 15 years ago. I guess it's not that recent. One day I went to the station because I got a letter saying he was coming home on leave. This song right now gets to me a lot. This is Aeris's theme, actually. Each character has their own theme. There's Biggs and Jesse, actually. So, and there's Elmira, Aeris's adopted mother. I don't know if they're just friends, Biggs and Jesse, or if they're actually like an item. They look kind of romantic right there. I never really thought about it too much. Oh man. So this is obviously a flashback for Elmira, and she's just waiting for her husband to come home. Hey, fat man, welcome home. Spin me, baby. Oh, you broke her back, you fat asshole. Yeah, sorry, Elmira. Oh, that's everybody. Uh-oh. Sorry, ma'am. Your husband ain't here. What happened? Did you meet a hot Wutai biddy? My husband never came back. Wonder if something happened to him. No, I'm sure his leave was just canceled. I went to the station every day. Then one day... So Elmira actually ended up losing her husband to the war in Wutai. And one day, so she's going to the train station every day trying to wait for him to come back. And then one day she finds a little girl crying over her dead mother. Which is, yeah, it's not a real nice... Not a real nice time they live in. Not a real nice area either. Used to see this sort of thing a lot during the war. Her last words were, please take Aeris somewhere safe. My husband never came back. I had no child. I was probably lonely, so I decided to take her home with me. And that's how Aeris came to her adopted mother. Aeris and I became very close very quickly. The child loved to talk. She used to talk to me about everything. Aeris is kind of a talker, isn't she? Oof. Nah, she tripped and fell. She told me she escaped from some kind of research laboratory somewhere, and that her mother had already returned to the planet, so she wasn't lonely, and many other things. Mother returned to the planet? Returned to the planet? I didn't know what she meant. I asked if she meant a star in the sky, but she said it was this planet. She was a mysterious child in many ways. Another flashback. Mom. Sup. Please don't cry. Aeris just blurted that out all of a sudden. I asked her if something happened. Someone dear to you just died. His spirit was coming to see you, but he already returned to the planet. At that time, I didn't believe her. But several days later, we received a notice saying my husband died. Aeris, there's something a little bit more than meets the eye with Aeris. So, that's how it was. A lot had happened, but we were happy until one day. Aeris sung. We want you to return Aeris to us. We've been searching for her for a long time. Fuck you. Aeris, you're a very special child. You are of special blood. I can't read today, sorry guys. Your real mother was an ancient. Of course I heard it, that she was an ancient. The ancients will lead us to a land of supreme happiness. Aeris will be able to bring happiness to all those in the slums. That's why the Shinra would like Aeris's cooperation. Fuck you! She's just like Ellie. All she can say is "fuck you," which is actually not true. Air, surely you hear voices sometimes when you're all alone. No, I don't. Shut up, asshole. But I knew about her mysterious powers. She tried so hard to hide it, I acted as though I never noticed. Poor little girl. How did she hide it that... She wasn't trying hard to hide it. She came up and told you that somebody died halfway across the planet before you even knew. It's amazing how she's avoided the Shinra for all these years. Shinra needed her, so I guess they wouldn't harm her. But why now? She brought a little girl here with her. On the way here, Tsung found them. She probably couldn't get away fast enough. She decided to go to the Shinra in exchange for the little girl's safety. Must be Marlene. But Eris was caught because of Marlene? I'm sorry, Marlene's my daughter. I'm really sorry. You're her father? How in the world could you ever leave a child alone like that? Please don't start with that. I think about it all the time. What would happen to Marlene if I... But you gotta understand something. I don't got an answer. I want to be with Marlene, but I gotta fight. Because if I don't, the planet's gonna die. So I'm gonna keep fighting. But I'm worried about Marlene. I really just want to be with her. Always. See? I'm going in circles now. I fucking love Barrett, you guys. He's such a big softie. I think I understand what you're saying. She's upstairs asleep. Why don't you go and see her? Aw, Barrett. He's such a big bear. Yeah, see you, buddy. He loves his daughter so much. He's such a nice guy. Anyway, he's a real nice guy. Sigh. Look, I'm sorry, dude. It's my fault. I was the one who got Eris involved in this. Don't say that. Eris doesn't think that. So basically, Eris got really good at avoiding the Shinra who were trying to take her back to her lab. When she was taking care of Marlene, this time she wasn't quite quick enough to get away. So it's kind of her fault, or kind of Barrett's fault, in a way, that she got captured. But I'm so glad you're all right. Daddy, don't cry. Your whiskers hurt. Aw. Barrett. Big bear. Cloud. You gonna go help Eris, right? She done so much for me. We try to make him sound so black. I'm sorry, guys. I'm terrible at doing it. I mean, like, he kind of talks like kind of stereotypical urban dude. It's kind of funny, but because he's actually not from the city. We'll find out later. But if it's a Shinra you're dealing with, I can't just sit here. I'm coming too. Guess what? Eris was asking me lots of questions. Like what kind of person Cloud is. I bet she likes you, Cloud. Let's hope so. I won't tell Tifa. Oh, little girl. You know what's going on. You know what's up with me and Eris, baby. I'm gonna leave. You're going after Eris, right? Yeah. I'm gonna save her ass. Coming with you. We're going right into Shinra HQ. You gotta be prepared for the worst. I know. Right now I feel I have to push myself to the limit. Push it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. If I stay here, I'll go crazy. Here comes Barrett. Sorry, but can you take care of Marlene a bit longer? Yeah, I don't mind. I don't have a daughter anymore, thanks to you assholes. Might as well take her as a replacement. This place is dangerous now. You better go somewhere else. You're right, but promise me that you'll come back to her. Don't get yourself killed. Yeah. It's just a touching scene overall. It always gets to me. Alright. How do we get to the Shinra building? There ain't no train that goes up there anymore. Yeah, because the plate dropped. Let's go to Wall Market. We might be able to find something there. Well, that's a random guess, but okay. So this part of the game is actually fairly linear. And the game overall, I mean, obviously, because it's a story-driven game, there's going to be some linearity to it, but after we get out of Midgar, we're going to find that there's a lot of divergence, a lot of side quests, a lot of things to do exploration-wise. But during the early part of the game, which is generally speaking like the first, if you're playing at a normal rate, not like speedrunning or anything, probably about 2 to 3 hours of the game is all going to take place in Midgar, and it's fairly linear, and you have these characters just sort of blurting things out that'll just lead you place to place, but you know, it'll open up in a bit, and that usually gets to my favorite part of the game. This was how I understood JRPGs to be back in the day, was open world, and you know, even though it's story driven, there's places that you're led to and pushed to go. There was a lot of also a sense of exploration. There was always a world map. There was side quests and all sorts of things to do. And not just this game, but also some of the older RPGs of the time era, like well, like obviously Final Fantasy 8 and 9, but also there's a great game on PlayStation 1 called Star Ocean Second Story, which is actually the second Star Ocean game, obviously called Second Story, but Star Ocean Second Story was another PlayStation 1 Squaresoft JRPG that was really fun. It sort of had like a Tales combat system where it wasn't like turn-based or even ATB like this game. It was, you would actually run around the battlefield, control your character, and you know, mash the attack button basically, and mash your spell buttons. It was kind of cool. I really loved the story, and it was actually a fully voice-acted game. Not fully, but mostly voice-acted game, and the voice acting for the time was actually really good. Back then, a lot of games that were voice-acted, like Legend of Dragoon, were like super embarrassingly bad. So it was kind of nice that they had this game back then that was actually surprisingly well voice-acted. Some very compelling characters too, and what was cool about that game was there was a lot of ways to play it through. There were certain characters that you could get on one playthrough that you wouldn't be able to get on another playthrough. There were also two main characters. What were their names? Reyna and Claude. Cloud, I just realized that. And Claude, who you could actually choose to play one or the other. And Claude was from the future, who got sent back into like a fantasy. He got sent back in time to like sort of a fantasy world. And like a high fantasy kind of place, like elves and magic and shit. And he was from like a more sci-fi universe. So, and the first person he meets is Reyna, and it was kind of cool because you could choose which one of them you wanted to play, which perspective you wanted to play from. So anyway, we're back in Wall Market briefly because we got to find a way to get up onto the plate, and I know just where to go, but this is the end of the episode, so I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit like on the video if you did indeed enjoy it, and I hope you'll join me next time for episode 7. And real quick, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. If you ever want to know what I'm up to and what's on my mind, because trust me, I tweet way too much and I have absolutely no filter. You don't mind getting your feed spammed, don't forget to follow me. It's a good way to keep tabs on what I'm doing, what projects I'm working on, and literally everything else in my head. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.